Hey everybody, this is Shannon
and Claudia
with Shannon and Real Talk with Shannon and Claudia. And we've got our good friend Katie Zachary here today, which is one of our favorite loan officers here in Richmond. And she's going to tell us one of the really cool things that she thinks about her job, which is doing properties for either your kids or your parents, because you can do it separately from qualifying for an investment property. So Katie, tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So if you are going out there to buy an investment property, you're looking at putting 15, 20, maybe even 25% down on whatever you're looking to buy.
That's considerate.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's a big chunk of change.
And isn't the rate different?
It is. If it's not a little higher, there are costs for the rate usually. So we call those points. And we can talk about that in another video. But if you are in a situation where you need to buy a property for your son, he's going to school, it's cheaper than paying the dorm rent or what have you, you can actually, because maybe your son doesn't have great credit, maybe he doesn't have a job right now, maybe for whatever reason, he has student loans, he can't qualify for the mortgage that he needs, but you do. You can sign on as the primary owner, the occupant, and put as little as 5% down with a conventional loan.
That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
And this is not being slick. Like, you're not pretending. You're not buying an investment property. This is an owner-occupant for someone in the family. But you could also do it for your parents.
Yes, absolutely. And you can even do it as a refinance. I have worked with a family that needed to take care of their elderly parents. They needed to do a refinance and put the loan in the kid's name, but their parents were still the ones occupying. There were a myriad of reasons that the parents couldn't qualify.
Right.
But can you just imagine how much that helps someone?
I know so many people that are on Social Security or Medicare now and wouldn't qualify to buy the same house that they bought 10 years ago. So having that as another option, I think, is a great possibility.
Definitely.
Yeah. The biggest thing is that, Claudia isn't from the United States originally. She's originally born in Germany.
Yes.
And, the American dream of owning a home is something she feels very strongly about. So tell me about that, Claudia.
Well, actually, I've become an American citizen this last week.
Yay!
Very excited, very excited. It was 8 years, 1 month, and 2 weeks of hard work to get here. I'm very excited. And the American dream, well, I was very excited when I bought my first home in Texas, actually. But it was the biggest reason for me to become a realtor. It gives me a big sense of accomplishments, of happiness. Like this last week too, it was a big week for me. I helped first-time home buyers find their first home.
Yay, that's amazing.
They are about to welcome their first daughter in September, and just when I gave him the notice, my buyer told me, "Oh, I'm so happy." She was crying.
Yes, and we take that really seriously. We believe that we're building communities and we're making our county and our city stronger and better than it was.
Absolutely.
Do we love rates? No. Do we love pricing? No. But we believe in home ownership.
Yes,
and
definitely.
I think that's a huge part of it. So
we keep complaining about the rates. We went over that 100 times. How much is the rate if we rent?
It keeps going up. Your rent goes up every year almost, and it will never stop. Whereas once you lock into a mortgage, your mortgage varies very little, and it's just the difference in the property tax and the homeowner's insurance. It is not a huge adjustment every year. So that's really an important part, is locking in and stabilizing your monthly budget long term. Think about where you would be 10 years from now. I remember people telling me that their house payment was $700.
Yeah.
And nobody has a $700 house payment now. Not in Central Virginia. The average price point, depending on which county you're in, is between $350 and if your average price point in Short Pump is $687. Wow. So, just knowing that they're never going to have a $700 house payment ever.
Right.
So,
and you can have chickens if you have your own house, right?
Yes. But you gain a tool that you can utilize later in your life. And there are refinancing options. You can pull cash out to start a business. It's such an amazing thing to own a home.
What was the other type of loan you were just telling me about?
Yes. I don't originate these, but there is an awesome product called a reverse mortgage, which I fully intend to use when I'm older, which allows you to take a house that you've paid off, or maybe you owe something on, and actually get paid from the equity you have. So imagine being a senior citizen on a fixed income of $700 a month. I do know a few of those.
Yeah.
You can't live on that.
Yeah,
And this
your
would take
taxes
care of
and
it.
cost of food these days will eat that
It's
up in
more
just 1
than
second.
yeah.
Now that type of loan has a bunch of like bad things associated with it from before the recession. That is not the case now. You're not going to lose your house under normal circumstances. Your kids are not going to lose their house. There's all kinds of things in place. So if that's something you want to investigate, we'll have a separate conversation and give you some facts and information on that. Is that all right?
Yes,
Sounds great.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. This is Shannon
And Claudia.
with Real Talk with Shannon and Claudia at
Thanks for having me.
Gmail. Thanks.
Bye. You have a great weekend.
Bye.